All right, let's get right into it. We're going to break down some absolutely massive takeaways from the World Economic Forum, where all these world leaders got together to figure out, well, what on earth is going on? And the big consensus? The world isn't just changing a little bit. The entire rulebook is being thrown out.
And honestly, this quote says it all. The old era of playing nice, of cooperation, of everyone following the same script, that's over. We've walked into a new reality. It's way more primal, it's way more competitive, it's the rules of the jungle. So, what does that actually mean for all of us?
So this rule of the jungle, what is it? Well, it's a huge shift. We're moving away from a world that was, for decades, based on international rules and cooperation. Now we're in an era where the only thing that really truly matters is how much raw power you can accumulate for yourself.
And you can see the difference so clearly here. The old world, that rules-based era, was kind of a win-win game. The idea was that nations could work together to make the economic pie bigger for everybody. But this new era, it's a zero-sum game. It's all about grabbing the biggest slice of the pie you can, even if that means the whole pie shrinks for everyone else.
So what does power even look like today? Well, it all comes down to these 4 pillars. We're seeing this mad dash where every country is scrambling to control its own military, its own energy, its own food supply, and maybe most importantly, its own technology. We're talking especially about AI. If you have these 4 things, you're a sovereign nation. If you don't, you're not.
And this new reality has basically sorted the world into a new hierarchy, a new pecking order. So let's break down how countries are now being classified, based entirely on how much of that power they've actually managed to grab.
This chart just lays it out perfectly. At the top, you've got the great powers. These are the lions of the jungle, right? The US, China, they're self-sufficient, they make the rules. Then you have the middle powers, the hyenas. Think of the European countries. They're strong, sure, but they have to form a pack to survive. And then you have the no powers, the chickens and pigs of the jungle. They don't make the rules, they just take them. And this quote, it's ancient, but it just perfectly captures the harsh, brutal reality for those no-power nations. In a jungle where might makes right, they have very little say. They just have to endure whatever the lions decide to do.
Okay, so things are already changing fast, but now we need to talk about the single biggest factor accelerating this whole power shift. It is the incredible, world-breaking force of artificial intelligence. And this isn't just some tech trend, this is a tsunami, and it's about to make landfall.
You know, to really grasp the scale of what's happening, you have to understand this term platform shift. Think about how the internet changed everything, or how the smartphone didn't just give us a new phone, it reshaped our entire society. AI is the 5th one of these. It's a technology so profound, it's going to change literally everything. Every job, every industry, our entire way of life.
And this brings us to a really critical point. Experts are now saying that for a nation to be truly independent, it has to control its own 5-layer cake of AI. It's not enough to just build some cool apps on top. You need your own energy to power it all. You need to make your own computer chips, have your own cloud, your own foundational AI models. Because if you depend on another country for any one of these layers, you're completely vulnerable.
And if you think this is all happening in some distant future, well, think again. The timeline for this AI revolution is honestly terrifyingly short. During the forum, Elon Musk laid out a timeline that is just, it's hard to even wrap your head around.
He said that by 2027, that's just a few years away, there will be an AI that is smarter than any single human on this planet. Just let that sink in. An AI smarter than the most brilliant physicist, the most creative artist, the most cunning strategist.
But wait, because it gets even wilder. He believes that just 3 years after that, by 2030, AI will be smarter than all of humanity combined. Imagine the collective intelligence of 8 billion brains, everything we've ever learned, ever created, ever discovered, surpassed in less than a decade.
So what's the immediate, real-world impact of all this? Well, it's estimated that 40% of the global workforce, we're talking hundreds of millions of jobs, could be displaced or just fundamentally changed by AI in the next 5 years. This is not a problem for our kids. This is happening right now.
Okay, so faced with all of that, the rule of the jungle, this AI tsunami, how can any country that isn't a lion possibly survive, let alone do well? The answer isn't trying to fight power with power. It's about playing a completely different game.
For all those middle and no-power nations, the winning strategy is to make yourself indispensable in other ways. Be the country that everyone wants to do business with.
Be known as the most reliable, the most stable, the most trustworthy partner. And critically, find your niche. Figure out the one pillar of power where you can be the best in the world.
And here's a perfect example. A country like Thailand, it can't compete with the US or China on military or tech. It's a losing game. But what it can do is aim to become the kitchen of the world. Remember, food security is one of those 4 pillars of power. By mastering it, a country can secure its own place and actually gain a ton of leverage in this new jungle.
So, we've gone from the new rules of the jungle to an AI revolution that's changing everything. Power is being completely redefined as we speak. And that leaves all of us, whether you're a country or an individual, with one really big question you have to ask yourself. In this new age, what is your power?